Hello, class. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to week 7. Yes, week 7. Holy cow. 7, 8, 9, 10. We're almost done. Congratulations on the work you've done. I apologize for getting this to you a day late. I'm making this again, actually. Made one for yesterday and I tried to upload and I'm not sure what happened. In any case, it doesn't really matter. I'm sure you guys are just working until very late last night on your essays and probably wouldn't have watched it anyway. I haven't had a chance to even look at the essays or any of the blogs. This is a very rough week for me, so please be patient. There's not much I have to say except that we're making the final move into the last essay. This last essay is where it really comes together, the two parallel tracks of this class. Your idea of success as well as your research on your subject will start to intersect, and this is going to be a very interesting opportunity for you. I look forward to seeing how you're going to navigate these things in your early drafts and what you're going to do with them later. There's a few things I want to talk to you about really quickly. I believe that today is the last day today is the last day that you'll be doing an original word submission for your lexicons. After that, we're just going to be working on refining your definition of success, which is essentially your thesis for the final essay. So take heed and knock it out of the park. Another thing I want to talk to you about is the actual essay itself. I'll get to that in 1 second. I want to also mention the research bibliography. I usually talk about this during my one-on-one conferences that we had last week, which were great. Thank you all for those. I hope they were helpful. When I mention research bibliography, I don't ever like to look at my students because I don't want to see what their face looks like when I say research bibliography, which I think in this class is like 15 or 20% of your grade, which is a lot. That's a lot. That's definitely more than enough for you to tank the course. So it's not hard. It's really not hard. It just takes time, and it's quite a bit of a slog, and it has less effectivity if you delay. I mean, it's supposed to be something you've been chipping away at all quarter long, which is why with every essay there's some sort of minimum requirement. But I mean, just so you know, as I've explained before, I don't look at these things unless you ask me to. So if you want me to look at your research bibliography, I'm more than happy to do it. But I'm not looking at them until the end of the quarter. So if you aren't keeping up with them, I don't know. It's going to be a surprise for both of us. Week 10. But I could tell you one thing, that when you don't commit to these things and you just kind of try to rush them at the end, it's so obvious. So obvious. And it's a real bum out because I've had students that were definitely going to get an A in the class, it seemed, until I saw the research bibliography, which was clearly done in like a mad dash, and that A suddenly became a B or C. There's nothing I can do about it because it's the end of the quarter. I mean, I don't look at it until the class is over, and they hadn't had me peep out their source evaluations or into bibliography, so I wasn't able to see the quality until it was too late. So if you want me to look at your source evaluations and see if they're on point, if you know they need greater depth or need more analysis, or if the research annotated bibliographies are weak or whatever, I'm happy to do that. You just need to ask me to do it, and make an appointment and we'll look it over together. And we'll talk about what's working, what's not. So please consider that. Again, if you haven't started research bibliography, start today, man. Start today. Hammer away on it for like 10 minutes a day. 10 minutes, a couple of sources, and you'll be done, and you've already done several, right? So if you're not sure, if you don't understand the requirements for that, you gotta talk to me right away, man. Like, you gotta let me know so we can work this out. I'm really here to help you as much as I can, and to not be an obstacle as much as an assistant to whatever grade you want to get in this class. But of course, I can't chase you all down, but I'm really eager to make myself as available to you as I possibly can, so you get all the help you need, and I can do whatever you want to make it easier for you to get through this course, which we're almost done with. So, I gotta say, I'm really stoked that we haven't had any dropouts at this point. It's like you're kind of committed. I hope you are. Because it'd be real bum out to blow it here at the end. I will aim to have pretty much everything graded in the next few days. I'm gonna try to do the blogs and the some of the peer reviews from last week as soon as possible. So tomorrow you have just a preliminary draft of your essay. Really, for that, you should try to figure out how you're going to bring together these two ideas. One of the things I want to make sure you understand that I'll be looking for is the notion of a counterargument. A counterargument is really easy when you have a direct thesis and you're saying, like, X is Y. Right? So there's your thesis most of the time, right? So and the counterargument, no, it's not. X is P or whatever, right? Okay. So you would address that, you would trounce that counter argument, and you'd be, on whatever other ones there were, and then you'd be left with only your option as the valid response. In this case, it's because it's a little bit more nuanced and the argument's a little more oblique, you have to think about this more creatively. And so the way that you might want to consider this is that, no two people are perfectly grafted on top of each other, not even close, especially you and your research subject, So, I mean, the chasm between me and one of my success heroes, whoever it is, be it Shakespeare or Da Vinci or whoever, it's huge, right? And so you get to draw what you can, and then you discard the rest. All right, so, or Michael Jackson's a great example, a great singer dancer, but I'm certainly not down with the pedophilia and the the drug abuse. So, make sure you address these things. Make sure that you explain where you fit and where you depart from these figures. So the counterargument really is embedded in your notion of success and how it's defined both through and against your research subject, right? So, if you were saying Michael Jackson, it's like, yeah, well, I want to be a singer-dancer, and I want to, advance the plight of my people, and my culture and my society by helping break down racial discrimination and segregated walls. Fine, that's great, that's wonderful. But on the other hand, one of the things I'm not really interested in is becoming like, really sort of crazy, recluse, body dysmorphic issues, dissatisfaction with my existence, and, severely addicted to drugs, constantly over my career, subject to suspicion and scrutiny and concern about whether I'm a pedophile. These would definitely not fit into my definition of success, and which I would have already made clear earlier in my essay. And so when I would get to these things, I would, be able to really use my figure within the full spectrum of who this person was to talk about what I want as well as what I don't want. And that's really critical, being able to show both sides of that. So make sure that you address that in your essay. And finally, one other thing that I'm a little surprised you guys didn't know about, and I heard about this through many conversations with people, are databases. Databases are things that we have at the library, basically these warehouses of information. Each of these databases are subscription services that the university pays for, and they're usually pretty expensive for the year, and that we have them at our disposal is a really fortunate thing for research, because it's a storehouse of information you can access from anywhere in the world. And they're broken down by subject and different types of disciplines of research. And they're available to us. JSTOR is probably one of the more famous ones you might have heard of. What else is there? EBSCOhost, LexisNexis, all of these are various databases. And so, definitely you can talk to me about how you can access these things, but they're just directly accessible from the UCI library homepage. So you just go there and you click databases and you start just filling in information, and I'll tell you exactly where you can find what you need to find. And it's all scholarly, vetted for the most part, newspaper articles from all over the place, from academic articles from all over the place, and they're really easy to reach. And so if you're not familiar with these things, please let me know and I will walk you through it. But it's a great way to get a lot of information fairly quickly. So that's about it for this week. I look forward to talking to you. I'll be around. I should probably be in Irvine over this weekend, so if you guys want to meet and talk about things, look it over, whoever's in town, I'd be happy to try to accommodate. Otherwise, I'll probably be having office hours sometime in the later part of the week. Please make an appointment if you want to speak to me. Otherwise, I hope you're good. Have a wonderful day. Hope you're making it well through this heat wave. If you're in California, it's really hot in Los Angeles right now. So anyway, hope you're good. again, and I look forward to talking to you. Good luck, and thank you for all that incredibly hard work and beautiful, beautiful work you've all been doing. Keep it up. I'm really happy to have been able to work with you all, and so this is really going well for me. I hope it's moderately enjoyable for you. Okay, thank you very much. Have a great day.